everyone. Welcome to Friday Reads, and welcome to Lilybug's Library. My name's Linda. So today we've got, I think, 3 books that I managed to get read this past week. So I hope everybody's having a good week. Here we are, Friday again. It's like, I don't know where the week went, but it seemed to go really quick. So let's get to it. The first one that I read was called Beyond That, the Sea, and it was by Laura Spence Ash. So I actually had a physical copy of this book, but it was hardcover, so I just kind of left it there, and I did the audio version. So I struggled with this one. It was, the writing was great. I mean, really beautiful descriptions of some of the places and, good rounded characters. So it had everything that, I really look for. And the first part of the book was good. It was it had to do with this young girl who was sent to America during World War II, and how she did with the family that took her in, and how it changed her and changed them, and how it also changed her parents because she wasn't there, and there was some back and forth of blame and jealousy because she was in America with this family who was very much not like them, and a lot that went on, and how it changed the relationship between mother and daughter, and how this family in America kind of became like parents to her and like a family to her. So all that first part I thought was really good, really well developed. And then when the war ended, she went back to Britain. So it was after that I struggled a little, because there was a lot of other characters kind of, dumped in the middle as they became adults. There was a lot of, back and forth with her and her mother and trying to kind of repair that relationship. It was still good. I just, somehow, for some reason, it kind of lost my interest in the middle. It did have a great ending, though. You kind of saw it coming a little bit, but it was very satisfying, so I did appreciate that. I just don't think it had as strong a middle as I would have liked. So I would give it 4 out of 5. So the next one that I read was Kill or Be Killed. So this one was about, let me see. Oh, yes. Okay. So this one was a contest that had to do with Bailey, whose best friend is Evie. So Evie gets chosen for this baking contest in this small town. And it's part of a whole bee festival that Granny Bee is putting on. And so she's got people that are in, bear suits because, bears like honey. And, they have to do this race in a bear suit. And she has other, different things going on. I think there was a beauty pageant. And, it was a lot of really cute small town festival things. So the baking show was just part of it. So this man comes to town, and he's the host of the baking show, and he's slimy. He looks sweet on TV, as most people do, I'm sure, but underneath he's not a nice guy. He's hitting on Bailey's best friend Evie. He's treating his assistant as though she's a second-class citizen. He's just not nice. And of course, being a cozy, I don't think it's a big stretch for me to tell you that he ends up dead. It's just, it's like justice. Cozies have a lot of justice. The bad guys always, the really rotten kind of acting people are always the ones that end up dead. But anyway, so he does. And the whole story is, of course, Bailey trying to figure out what happened, trying to, get her best friend kind of off the list of suspects because everyone heard her best friend, say things that she shouldn't have, and then dealing with the rest of the festival. I thought the whole thing was really good. I really enjoyed the festival. I really enjoyed the characters. A lot of Granny B has like some friends that are older too, and so they get into some shenanigans, and it's a lot of fun. I do have to say, I think my best part of it, I think the part that I enjoyed the most was the relationship between Bailey and the chief of police. So the sheriff, his name's Sawyer, and he and Bailey aren't dating, but they have dated in the past when they were younger. And they still have a lot of feelings for each other. And so that, he just seems like a super sweet character. So can't wait to kind of go into that series more. It wasn't really on my radar, but it is now. So chances are I'll read more of that one. And then another one I read was called Thick as Thieves, and this one was for Amish April, and I was doing it as part of the readathon for the Sarah at the Bookish Knitter. And so I don't usually read Amish books. I do have a few of them. For some reason, I'm not drawn to them. And after this one, I'm still not drawn to them. So it was by The Kill and Be Killed, sorry. That one is 5 stars for me. Now, The Thickest Thieves, I would only give 3 stars. Not even sure I want to give it that many, but we'll say 3. Because the story itself was good, and the characters were interesting. I did not like the ending. And that's really why it gets 3 stars and why I'm tempted to give it even lower. But I won't, because I did like the story and I did like the characters. And it had a lot more depth to it, I guess, than I was thinking it might. And I guess some people could read the ending and say it was a satisfying ending, but I feel like the author needed 2 more pages, just to really finish that up. And I didn't get that, so I didn't feel satisfied by the ending. So I'll leave it there, but I'll say 3 stars for that one. And the only other one I read was actually called Lady Sunshine, and I read that for the online book club. And that one I'm not going to review today just because we're not having a meeting until like the end of April. So we'll put that one on hold. I'll give you the details on that one later. And as you could probably see through my glasses, I did get a new ring light. so that's good. It helps some. I got a different kind this time. Instead of this big thing on a stand, it's actually just a little ring that fastens on my laptop, which works perfectly. So I'm happy I got that. Otherwise, it's a pretty nice day out today. I'm wondering if I'm starting to get a cold. I'm kind of stuffy, and last night my throat was sore, and it's like, oh, please no. but I mean, I know weather doesn't cause colds, but sometimes not knowing what to wear probably doesn't help. I don't know, but it's been snowy, it's been sunny, it's been rainy. We've had a mixed bag, so I don't know if that has anything to do with it, but we'll see how it goes. Anyway, I'll take some vitamin C today and try to eat healthy and see if we can just kick it to the curb before it really takes hold. So I hope everybody has a great weekend. I am super excited because there is a book sale in my community, and it's a big one. And it raises money I think it's for women in music. So anyway, excited. I go every year, and happy to be going this year. Can't wait to check it out. So I will have a book haul coming up sometime soon. All right, talk to everyone later. Bye-bye. Have a great weekend.